Donnie B, GotDaBeats.
Happy afternoon, everybody. It's Donnie B, got the beats. If you know we live on the beat, when you hear that chime, you know what time it is, man. So we gotta do my glorious intro, if you ever watch this thing. So I gotta do that. You know what I mean? This is an effort to make sure that people understand that it's all real, man. This is not fugazi, man. Like the people that I bring on are dope people. So I met this dude a long time ago, long time ago. Long time ago. Between 10 to 15 years ago, man. This brother met up through my little brother. Shout out Be Easy, dope music producer in his own right. Back in the days, I was working with a camp that was put together called Dope, and it was still for doing our passion every day. And nonetheless, Huss came through. Showed his talents. That man was loyal. That man, his grind and work ethic was unparalleled. He just put in work, made a hell of a name for himself, and I had nothing but love and respect for him. Over time, Dope kind of, I don't want to say broke up. As we went like a boy band and that like that. But we all went our separate ways. We all had life happen. You know what I mean? But I always watched this brother from afar, especially from when I decided to move to LA. And while I was in LA, this man was, just started taking off again. You know what I mean? Working, with the radio stations, doing freestyle battles, you know what I'm saying? Just doing what Huss do. You know what I mean? But again, typically, as with anybody else that's on this show, people that sit next to me have a right to be here. They've earned it. This brother too has earned it himself as well. So it's all love, it's all respect. So welcome, rapper and recording artist Huss Munney. What's going on with you, brother? How you doing?
Hey man, what's going on? How you doing, man? Hey, man, that's a hell of a damn intro right there.
Well, intro. I work at it. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Like I said, man. I mean, you everything I say is 1,000% true, brother. Like I've always been humbled by you, man. And believe it or not, I learned a lot from you as well. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't ever want that to get lost in translation. You know what I mean? But definitely glad to have you here on the show, man, so people can hear what your story is and what you about.
Yeah. I'm glad to be here, man.
All right. So you in the DMV right now?
Yeah, right now I'm in Virginia. We just moved in our townhouse, me and the wife, man. So I'm just like enjoying this good weather out here right now.
Hey, patio, I got it, bro. What part of VA you at? If you don't mind me asking.
Woodbridge.
Oh, you're on the bridge. Okay. I did a little bit of. I did a stint in Lorton. You know what I'm saying? I in Lorton for a couple months. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that's what's up, man. I'm happy for you. Congratulations too. And you have a newborn, right? A relatively young newborn, right?
Yeah. She's actually just turned 1 on the 22nd of March.
Time flies, bro. Congratulations, man. It's been that long since I talked to you, though. Seriously.
Yeah, man. We definitely gonna have to change that too.
Yeah, indeed, man. We need to get the world to know who Huss Munney is, man. If I can do my part, you already know I'm down, man. Real life. So let's get into this thing, man. Talk about it. Who is Huss Munney, man?
Huss Munney, man. Honestly, it came from my cousins, man. I don't know if you remember my cousin Cup.
Shout out Cup.
Yeah, shout out Cup, man. Cup all day. They just came up. They was like, man, because I'm always working. Like I never, since I was 16, had 2 jobs at least. You know what I'm saying? Some type of hustle. So they just shortened that up for hustle because I'm constantly trying to. If I have a mentality, if I don't at least try to make $20 a day in my pocket, I feel out of place. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
type of money. So, and then, you know what I'm saying, that's just where it came from. And then it kind of stuck. They just called, damn, Huss, what's up? Woo, woo, woo. It just came like
Okay, cool. So it's awesome that, you know, so they gave you the name, or that was the name that you just kind of gleaned from it and was like, you know what, since they call me that, that's what I'm gonna be.
I mean, yeah, basically, like, since that's just the name that my cousins came up with, you know, Cup, he was just like, man, yeah, man, you know what? That's gonna be your name. You know what I'm saying? Huss Munney, hell with that. You know what I'm saying? And then it just stuck because once you know he started rapping or everybody or some type of ciphers or something kick off, and it just that's what it was. Like they be like, man, who that? Oh no, that's Huss.
Right.
So
Okay.
after that, that's just where it happened.
Cool. All right. Yeah, if you talk to Cup, tell him I say what's up, man. You know, I haven't talked to him in a month of moons too, so you know.
Doing this thing, man. You know, he got married too, man. So we just living a good life right now, vacationing. You know what I mean?
Congrats, man. It's hey, man. I'm still trying to achieve that benchmark, brother. You know what I'm saying? But I'm close. I'm real close.
Man, it's Russian, bro. It's a wonderful thing, though.
Okay. I'm taking it from Huss Munney. So growing up, man, what was life growing up for you, man? Talk about it.
Man, growing up, bro, it was just like, I mean, I want to shout out first my mother, like, you know what I'm saying, doing it basically by herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure everybody has their woes and me stories, you know what I'm saying, growing up and everything. You know, we could take it back to eating white Wonder bread to putting water in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We could talk about the fried bologna sandwiches and stuff like that. But far as, like, I guess the time that really mattered, like, you know what I'm saying, I graduated high school and, you know, like after that, like far as grown man tip, man, you know, trials and tribulations happen just like with everybody else. But I wouldn't change a thing because it made me who I am and humble version of me. I was a little knucklehead back then, you know what I mean? So it definitely humbled me, man, tremendously. You know.
You know what's funny about that though? Because I don't recall that. Maybe that happened, you know, before I met you, but I don't recall it. I mean, like I said, as long as I've known you, you just had an ethic, like you just was trying to work. It was always about the bars. It's always about the bars.
And that because that was like my way of escape. Like I use music as a verbal diary, actually. You feel what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like just like that's and far as growing up, that's what took me away. Like if you remember not to put the reference out there, but like the movie Precious, how when she was feeling some kind of way, she always imagined her brain somewhere else. You feel what I'm saying? Her that's how it was with me. I would always have an instrumental or something in my head, like just rapping to myself. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. And me watching my cousins do it, you know what I'm saying? It made me want. I'm talking about way back then when they was recording it on D90 cassette tapes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there watching that, and I'm like, man, music's all around me. So I'm like, man, it was just an escape. So anytime that I had a way of stepping into that era where it was like, damn, I can escape reality real quick. That's my little temporary high, music.
Right. Okay. So how'd you get into the music business? I know you kind of, it seemed like you dabbled and touched on that. So, you know, just definitively, how did you get into the music business?
I mean, honestly, like I said, it came from watching them. And then, you know, when I met your brother, Be Easy, he was working at a place called a mechanic shop, Muney. And they heard me freestyling in that joint. And he was like, man, you know, I make beats. And it just, we collabed right then and there. You know what I'm saying? It was just like an instant connection. And as far as like me dabbling there, I done did competitions. You know what I'm saying? I done had distribution deals. I done done my fair share of footwork around. You know what I mean? Take it back when you what show was that when you introduced me to Arch IE? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so it was just like far as my intake on the music business, man, I now realize that it's way more business as like business found than talent. Because you know what I'm saying, like now it looks like you could teach a monkey how to rap as long as, but if that monkey know the business, he can say the ABCs and the rhythmic, you know what I'm saying, a type of rhythm and get paid tremendously for it. And that's right. That's just like trying to be a doctor or a lawyer. You got to go to school. You got to put in that work, that footwork to exercise your mind to figure out anything about it before you even step foot in that business. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that
Right.
that made me realize that, you know what I'm saying, with the little stuff that I have seen. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So freestyle?
Mm-hmm.
That was something that you just always just embraced, but you had an actual natural gift at it. You know, how did you get into that? Like, how did that start? To be able to cultivate that?
Well, you know what I'm saying, being from, you know what I'm saying, like the DMV, like PG County, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, we Joan out here. So so therefore my cousins, we always joning on each other, and then they incorporated my cousin Cup and Wiz Gutter, you know what I'm saying, they always got the joning on each other, but they'd do it rhyming, like on a beat, they'd freestyle, like just how we're having a conversation. We'll practice, well, they will practice freestyling like that, just having a whole conversation, but just got to make everything rhyme. Everything that's coming to pass, for female walk past, you had to put that in there, you know, so on and so forth. So um, it just kind of like, I kind of like jumped into it, like kind of like a family trade type thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just naturally just, I got in it. And for me to continue on doing it, like I had to do it because they would burn me up every time I got. So I had a point to prove, like, oh, all right, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get y'all. Don't worry about it.
Right. So basically, you LaMelo that situation. You know what I'm saying? You came out being a baby and then being the MVP candidate. You know.
Yeah. So, you know, that's basically how that was, man. And it's all fun. You know what I'm saying? All in fun. If you can't have fun with you doing it, then there's no point in doing it. You know what I mean? So it was just that's all we had. You know what I mean?
Right.
And everybody ain't always had cable TV. You know what I'm saying? We had ourselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, therefore, we had to entertain ourselves some kind of way. So that was just one of the ways.
What, considering freestyle, and there's a lot of people who claim that they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
What are some footnotes that maybe you have come across or have created to help you kind of shortcut the process to be able to do it and put bars together and be like, oh, okay, cool. Is it like you stockpile a certain kind of word, these words, and make sure that they rhyme, so that these are always go-to words, and then you got to come up with the stories and connect the dots? Like, all right, what's your vehicle for that?
Man, it's so many. Like, Cup has showed me a couple techniques. Like he would do, like he'll write, like he'll think of a word. You know what I'm saying? And just like far as in school, like elementary school, you know how you used to have like them words, and you had to try to create sentences to them and everything like that. Make one word. You think of at least 4 words to rhyme. You try to make you know what I'm saying? It's like it's kind of like a puzzle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I tried to exercise my brain with that. You know what I'm saying? And then it started going really in depth on my own when I developed my own techniques. Like I listened to, you know, a lot of hip hop artists and see how they write and how, you know what I'm saying, they formulate their stuff. Like for example, Eminem, like how he'll write, I'll try to incorporate that in freestyling. Like I invented like an exercise. You feel what I'm saying? Like you'll freestyle a whole sentence. Like and you'll take that last word. Of course, you got to make it rhyme with the next word. I mean, next bar. But you take that first letter of that last word to the first bar. So it's like to unconfuse it. Like right now, I'm sitting down with Donnie Beats, beating up the competition every time I got to eat, elevating my flow. Like you feel what I'm saying? You gotta
Right.
take the last letter. I mean, the last word, but the first letter to start your next sentence. The next
Okay.
Like it's just an exercise, and I constantly do it. I give myself freestyle exercises to try to keep myself sharp. And words that we don't normally use on a daily basis, but we know what it means. You know what I'm saying? Like even random SAT words or whatever the case may be. I try to incorporate like how many bars I can rhyme with facetious, or you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, and that's just how I personally think. You know, but if I was to teach somebody how to, you know, or walk them through it, I just say, man, listen to your favorite artists and critique how they write. Like actually pay attention to them. You feel what I'm saying? I'm sorry, man. That breeze feels awesome.
That's right. It's all right.
But yeah, man, just critique how they write, and when your freestyle can sound like your written, then just imagine when your written and start elevating. Like it's always been a point to prove for me. Like growing up, like I said, when they joning on me and stuff like that growing up, I've always had a point to prove for freestyle. So that's how I approach everything with music. And that's why I fell in love with bars. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it is.
Well, you know what's funny about that? I actually do have some footage of you.
Uh-oh.
So you know, I had to hold that close to the cuff. You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind, I'm gonna share a little segment of it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Watch what I do, man. You're gonna love this here.
Let's shoot.
Hang on a second. Here we go. Take that out. I don't know if you remember this day.
EC and J Studios. Oh yeah, I remember this.
Everybody get your gloves on. Right here, it ain't no lyrical contest to these bars that I'm spitting. Got me critically bonded. Wax to the tracks that I'm old like fondant. Feed it to these diabetes. These calls a lot of trouble in my lane. So I'm on all of me. I'm flying in the air just like a ball. Bitches on my vest, just like holding them often. Gotta keep it moving, ain't no need to be stalling. So I'm trying to get it any way that I can. Cause you know what's in the booth. I'm the only man I turn peace. So let them know exactly how I be. Somebody can take the mic so they can hold it on. They know just how I do it. Yeah. And I'm so fly.
Your face.
When I'm sick at the same time, I do my same.
Yeah.
You know I do it every.
That was
a long time ago. Jeez.
A very, very long time ago. That was you in the cipher with some of the DMV's, you know, notorious characters, man. Shout out to Proverb, shout out to Game Type Wayno, Jim. You know what I
mean? Jim, yeah.
War Child, like.
Oh, Lady J was in there too.
Lady J was in there.
System, man, they doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was a lot of things out there. But good God, that was old, man.
Yeah. But the thing about it is that you look back at it now and you say, you see the work that everybody's laid out on the table to be like, you know what? Yeah, you can't deny that people, you know, that you put in the work, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about that? Seeing that footage back, you probably forgot about it, eh?
Well, how I feel like it humbles me to realize how much elevated I've become far as talent wise. First off, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I always have a point, so I'm always harder on myself. You are your own worst critic. So immediately I started analyzing the bars and everything I was just doing just now while you was playing that.
Of course.
So now I'm like, damn, like if something was like that, I want something like that to happen now.
Right.
I can compare it, but I mean, but just to know from where I came from, because like a lot of people didn't know, like, you know what I'm saying, even back then, like even when I first met you, man, I was homeless. So, you know what I'm saying, I was homeless then. So, you know what I'm saying, the hunger was a whole different, like the words, my mental was on a whole different aspect. So now I'm just like in a comfy setting, you know what I'm saying? So it humbles me to see where I came from, you know what I'm saying? And it gives me a testimony to tell when the situation comes. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. But that's the gift and the curse of the whole scenario. You get to look back at it and see the fruits of your labor. You know what I mean? You know, everything comes back full circle. It always does. Maybe you don't recognize the you know, you get back to the same scenario, the same start point, maybe differences of layout or landscape or whatever, but nonetheless, it's always full circle, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely do, man. You know what I'm saying? And damn, you brought a couple memories back with that right there.
yeah. That's one of the more memorable ones. I actually like go through that from time to time. You know, I have a lot of footage of, I'd say from probably 2004, 2003, 2004, all the way up till I left in 2015. You know what I mean? Just random footage.
Library right there.
Yeah. Many people that came across the table, but you know, like I said, to be, because you know, you were always one of the ones that was solid, no regardless through it all. You know what I'm saying? So again, kudos to you, man. Let's not make this a somber moment, man. We celebrate you right now. Current projects, man. What you currently working on?
Currently, right now, Like I was saying before, I was homeless, so financially, I was never really in a position to try to pursue anything. Because the one thing I do know, going back to the other question with the music industry, it takes money to do whatever the Hello Kitty you're trying to do. I don't care if you're trying to start a window washing business, you need money to start that. You feel what I'm saying? And current projects, now I'm at a place where I can. So I'm actually working. I got songs lined up where I'm going to the studio and I'm going to complete one whole project. I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek. It's going to be called Point to Prove. You feel what I'm saying? That's my little EP. And I finally got all the paperwork together. The wife been cussing me out for years. Hey man, you need to do something. So now I gotta listen to it.
Right.
Now I'm actually going to be doing it. I'm gonna be dropping a lot of stuff this year, like a lot of jewels this year. You feel what I'm saying? Especially and what made me really do it, because me and my family caught COVID. You feel what I'm saying? And actually seeing my wife and, you know, my infant and everybody going through that, man, I'm just like, man, I need to do something. There's no point of me. I don't want to be that grandparent. Like, man, you know, back in my day, I used to woo 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 and don't have that. Well, I tried or I succeeded. You feel what I'm saying? I want to have those stories versus me just saying, well, I could have stories. So now I'm definitely going to drop some stuff this year, man. But it's going to be called Point to Prove. I already got a bunch of songs in the lineup.
Okay, I love it. I definitely love it. It's, you know, it's great for me to hear. I definitely, as a matter of fact, I was just talking to BB. Was just out here in LA this past week, so we actually mentioned you too. So definitely good to hear that you got something on the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what's up. And I want to kind of circle back, if you will, a little bit later on with regard to the COVID thing. But sidebar, if anybody knows me, we at my favorite part of the interview, which is the hot topics. So anybody knows me knows that I love hot topics. So what are hot topics? Hot topics are random questions that are designed for the viewers to get to know who you are through random based questions.
We'll bring it on.
Bring it on. See, how somebody gets it, bro. Go straight, no parachute. Let's go. Love. 3 things you don't know. What are the 3 things that the world does not know about Huss Munney, and or 3 things that you'd like to clarify to the world about Huss Munney?
Well, okay, 3 things that y'all don't know. Let me see. I'm 31 right now. My birthday in March on the 31st of this month. So, I say I was homeless from about 18 all the way to like 26. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just been living in cars and people couches and everything, you know, but I remained humble in that aspect, and I found peace. That's one thing that I guess people don't like, that knew I was always like, had that hustle mentality and rapping as an escape, or as a, you know, you know how you see that commercial where they got the smile holding the mask up, but behind they got the sad face. Like, I'm genuinely happy now. You feel what I'm saying? Now where it's like I'm in a townhouse, I got my wife, my kids, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which, by the way, I work 3 jobs. I got 8. Me and the wife got 8 kids together. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, that man, happy, humble. Another thing y'all don't know about me, man, or to clarify, well, I just told y'all I'm coming out with a project, man, but I actually just started writing. That's something y'all didn't know. I actually really just started writing like 2 years ago. Everything that I've ever done, I freestyled to the point where if I had a verse or a song that I had, I kept replaying that freestyle over and over again in my head until I memorized it, burning my brain out. You know what I'm saying? And I just actually started writing like 2 years ago. I say about 2.5. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. Like, I feel like kicking. Like, if I can go back in the past to kick my ass for anything, it's not writing back then.
Right.
Let's see, one more thing. I mean, honestly, I'm an open book for real. I don't really have too much things that people don't know about me. And if you don't know anything, you know, just ask. I feel free to let you know. And, you know, I'm always honest. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good third thing, though, to be an open book.
Yeah.
You know. Listen, so writing versus freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
For those people in the industry, that, you know, the young people that does, you know, that don't have any skin in the game, they really need to understand, and you know, they think that, oh, freestyle, I can freestyle and so forth and so on. Having lived it and having now experienced both sides of it, which one do you feel is more constitutable for you to grow into an accomplished artist from?
Honestly, I feel like writing, because it makes you absorb knowledge. You feel what I'm saying? Because now you have to sit down and think. Versus freestyle, me, I'm just going off the top of the head. And a lot of people can't remember the shit that they say off the top of their head. So you know what I'm saying? They just blurting random shit out. But if I'm writing, like, damn, okay, now I gotta read because I'm putting words together. I wonder what this word means. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, Eminem, like, he used the word vernacular. And I was like, what the hell is vernacular? I think it was vernacular or vernacular. Like, it was one of them. It's a pipeline between your neck from Dracula. So it was like he rhymed that with Dracula. So I was like, oh, okay, what the fuck is that? So it makes you think like, okay, damn, I need to make my shit make sense. While I need to use the correct theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I need to know the definition of there, and there.
Right.
So
Nope.
that's why I feel like, and then also with writing, it also can help you freestyling too. Cause say, for example, you could be, I don't know, in traffic, and then you write down, you start, you're thinking like, damn, okay, I got these bars right here. You write them down real quick, and then those 4 bars that you just wrote down and probably forgot 2 weeks ago, you freestyle, and those bars come right back up, boom, and that's a topic to start a whole nother 16 bars that you didn't even know you was gonna rap about, but you use those 4 bars as a a 2-step for your layup. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. Cool. Next hot topic: top 5 MCs. Go.
See, man, it's that's one of them hard ones right there, because you can't just put a category on them, like, you know what I'm saying? Because all around, like, people can say Jordan is the best basketball player, LeBron's the best basketball player, but now if you could put them in a category, who's the best center? Was it Shaquille O'Neal? I mean, even though Jordan could play 5 positions, but was he dominating Shaq in his position? You know what I mean?
Right.
With these 5, man, honestly, there's no order, man. I'm just gonna pick Eminem.
Okay.
Because the lyricism and cadences, like, the man can make any goddamn thing rhyme.
Right.
Luda, I've never heard him on a slum verse, never, feature or anything.
Okay.
Jadakiss,
Mm-hmm.
I like Jada, man. Let's see, I like Chris Rivers.
Okay.
Christopher Rivers, that's, for those who don't know, that's Big Pun son.
Yeah.
He sharp as a tack, bro, when it comes to that freestyling shit, bro. And the people I'm naming is just, it's not just all around. It's certain categories like cadences and all that. Okay, so I say Eminem, Jada, Luda, Chris Rivers, Busta Rhymes, bro. As far as him, lyricism, consistency, he could change it up. Like, I look at those people as inspirations for me. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that they the best, like, oh, y'all need to listen to them only. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what makes me me, in a nutshell. If I was to, if anybody wanted to explain how I rap, if you listen to them, I kind of like merge all that into one guy.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Makes sense. It makes sense. And I know that's it's a difficult question. Everybody has, their own designs on who they feel or should be in their pantheon. You know what I mean? But that's why it's a hot topic question. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I forgot. It's so many. You got Hobson. You got man, it's so many, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So, all right. My playlist popping. What's in your playlist that?
Honestly, I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Like, I don't even know how to entertain people in my car. Like, I just give them the auxiliary or the Bluetooth joint. Like, man, look, because all I listen to is instrumental. But if I'm not listening to instrumentals, I'm a nut for 90s R&B. I'm a fanatic for that. Rap wise, it will be NF. Let me see. J. Cole, Eminem, Fora. I kind of go on different genres of rap because you got trap rap, you got your conscious rap, you got I kind of listen to everything, like, and then like country, I like jazz, I like it just depending on how I'm feeling that day.
Right. Okay. Let me ask you this: how you feel about Killer Kendrick?
Man, Kendrick, man, that man is a whole nother animal right there. I seen a video where he allowed this high school student to rap with him. That was his chance. You know what I'm saying? High school student chance. You know what I'm saying? And just the humbleness of him and the aggressive way that he like flamed that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just like it made me really, really respect him, man. And just the way he put his bars together, man. That shit is just it's a unreal type situation. Like I would love to see how that man really be in the booth. Like damn, okay, I would learn so much. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like about that with a lot of artists. But Kendrick, he is fucking nice. It's another top. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't put. I feel like you just can't put certain individuals at the top yet. You can't.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, I like in that conversation when you start talking. I coined it goat talk.
Mm-hmm.
You start talking goat talk. It's like I compare the pantheon of goats to the pantheon of Greek gods. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And most people, like I said, most people think that Zeus was the alpha and the omega of all of the Greek gods, but there were people that were bigger than him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's just like one of those things as to where it's like.
In that mythology, what was it? Zeus, Hades, and the other brother or the Poseidon. Yep, they had to gang up on their father, so it was obviously somebody bigger than him. You feel what I'm saying? And killed the father. So yeah, I'm shocked. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
So it's one of those things as to where it's like it's always a sketchy kind of conversation, but I mean in the grand scheme of things, it just opens you up to more conversation. That's all. I mean, it just I wish more people would take it from a perspective of this is a conversation instead of trying to I'm gonna fire hose you with my wisdom and you don't know what you're talking about.
Convert you over to a diehard Kendrick fan or a diehard blah 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 fan. Yeah.
Exactly.
Nah, I mean I understand. That's how I feel about certain people like Luda. I don't even know if people remember this. I think Ashton Kutcher tried to punk Luda. You feel what I'm saying? With the beats or something. And it was some cockamamie ass beat that he put on Slim and Luda bodied that shit off off some humble shit. That's what I'm saying. Like when I picked those artists right there, I picked not just from the music that they put out, it's just how they reacted with certain situations or how their brain operates, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, I take a lot. Kobe Bryant took his jump shot from fucking Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So you got to use these people that's out here now as a blueprint, and you got to be versatile with it. You can't just be isolated in one joint. It's insane to get a different result going in circles.
Right. That part makes a ton of sense, man. It's a very, very wise statement, actually. You made it through that topics. I didn't try to bombard you with it because usually I have about 5 or 6 or 7 questions of those. But I was like, I ain't about to do that to us. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to convert it on the back end and have some very serious conversation now on just really just outside of the box stuff. We're gonna talk about the music industry. What are your thoughts on the music industry? Like where it stands? I mean, again, you've been around, like you said, coming up and watching your family come through, with Cup and, how they went about their business. And, you was around, us when we were coming up, me and Baker and, our team and, Joe Rob and then, I'm sure you just were around a lot of different people in the entertainment industry. So what are your thoughts on the music industry, where it is now and versus to where it was years ago?
Man, honestly, I wish I was my age back then in the 90s. I feel like the 80s and 90s are the golden years of hip hop for real. You know what I'm saying? Me personally. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it was more easier to get in the industry back then than it is now. Even though now with social media and all that, they say that's easy. But I mean, I'm looking at it as far as talent wise. You know what I mean? I feel like now you got to do a lot of kiss assing and So, I mean, which pretty sure it was back then, but like even more now, and niggas is resorting to, you know, selling their souls and all this other cockamamie initiation bull crap they got to go through. And not only that, it's also you gotta make sure you're not being hustled, you know what I'm saying? And it makes you, this music industry makes you be on your toes, you feel what I'm saying? Because I know everybody's seen that documentary where the New Edition got $1.80 you know. You know what I'm saying, as a check. So it's been you've been getting gypped since back then. But you know what I'm saying, you gotta look at Chance, like the new artists like Chance the Rapper, who made it off a $10 a month distribution deal, you feel what I'm saying? So it's I love the fact that there's more avenues now to get famous, or not even famous, but to make it. But I hate the fact that you don't have to have talent to make it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what makes the music industry now tarnished in my eyes than back then. Because back then, not only you had to be a marketable person, you had to also have the skills to back that shit the fuck up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, oh, well, you be all right. You get your ABCs wrong. I mean, but look, you look nice in this suit right here, or this with these cars, and you obnoxious, so you'll sell. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just feel like that their standards have lowered tremendously. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, which is making everybody now have to adapt and dumb their music down per se. If you don't have that already high placement in it, you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Wayne will give you commercial shit all day in the paint, but then you get a mixtape from him, and then it's like, damn, like where the fuck that Wayne was at on this commercial record right here? You know what I'm saying? That's why Jay-Z was, I might get his DOA beat to the mixtape Weezy, like, you know what I'm saying? It's the fact that I feel like that now these artists now can't give you both. It's no more versatility. It's just one set, boom. So that it disappoints me about the music industry, and that's just me. And of course now you got to keep reading and researching and make sure you don't get the wrong end of the stick. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Okay. And this is kind of an off topic question based off of what something you said earlier, as well as how do you feel COVID has impacted the industry?
Man, honestly, I feel like that it's easier now because of COVID, because now everybody is on their phone. It's always something social media to try to take our mind off of the reality of things, you know, because COVID is real. People dying. I hear a lot of people say COVID is fake. You know what? I'm not gonna hold you. I was one of them non-believers until me and my family got that. You know what I'm saying? And me seeing my wife going through all that shit, I don't wish that on my enemy. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like that shit is real, and as far as it affecting the industry, like I'm not gonna lie, I miss performing like shit. I miss shows. I miss coming outside without a mask. You know what I mean? Right. Mosquitoes. I miss cookouts. So it definitely changed because you can't do as much traveling. You can't do, it's now something else on your brain. As far as like concentrating just on music, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I basically feel it changed, man. It's just it's easier to get in because now you got everybody and their mom on social media, getting famous on TikTok and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But you also can't put in footwork that hinders those footwork people. You know, Master P went to every state, passed out CDs. You feel what I'm saying? It's the niggas who's not on, because me, I'm one of the ones that's not really social media savvy. I don't give three shit. The internet can go down for a month and I wouldn't give three shits about it. You feel what I'm saying? I have other things to occupy my time with that makes me happy to be occupied by it.
Of course.
And so the industry now, man, I just feel like it's the COVID shit is just making, I don't know, it's not making too much sense to me now, as far as how easy it is to get in, or what you got to do. Now you got to basically belittle yourself, as far as what I've seen, to get in social media savvy wise, and instead of you just like, I'd rather somebody lie to me in my face than me trying to expect a phone call, or me trying to expect you to damn, how many likes do I get, how many people shared my shit. Like, nah, I want to put me in a room with a nigga that's in that hot seat, and I bet you he ain't gonna want me to leave out. That's that mentality that I feel like this COVID is stopping.
Right.
Okay.
All right. For you, what is it like to be a black man in America?
Man, for me, honestly, me personally, it's hard. It's hard as shit. I'm a convicted felon and also black, so I have two things. You feel what I'm saying? And they already look at us statistically wise not being qualified for any type of success in corporate America. So, damn, okay, he a black man trying to make it, blah, 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 blah. Oh, he got a record. I'm not even going to let, because your application starts here. Then it goes to this point where computers look at your application. Then it goes to the big boss, and then it goes to the store. You feel what I'm saying? Or whatever job place you're trying to get to. Because of the felon part, you don't come past this point. Because I had managers and bosses and stuff tell me, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I don't even see your application because they didn't send it to me. But it must have been something that they didn't like on their end to not send to the store. So it's my job to keep saying, oh, well, I'll let you know, or blah, 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 blah. And shout out to the honest ass people, bosses and stuff that, like, it wasn't just like a no, like, damn, I didn't get this job. It was a no and an educational moment at that. Because it's like, damn, because I'm a mechanic. You know what I'm saying? Me going to the dealership, I apply, boom. Oh, I can't hire you because the insurance that it costs to cover somebody without a record versus somebody that has a record is higher. So I gotta pay more money to have you work. Not saying that, oh, you're gonna steal the change out of somebody's ashtray. You know what I mean? Right. It's the fact that you're a big liability in society's eyes. So being a black man, I'm already stereotyped by being a convict. We can't vote, we can't get passports, we can't, we already now is the bottom of the barrel. So with that being said, it's hard. But the advice I can give to people who's in my situation, because there's plenty of them, you feel what I'm saying? Man, just keep moving, keep learning. Knowledge is a gift that's supposed to continue on passing. And so me working on cars, I know how to work on cars. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. If you want to know, yeah, you're gonna pay me to teach you. And it's gonna be shit that you're probably not gonna touch. Like, I know how to do landscaping. My father's a landscaper. I learned this trade. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna pay Jimmy Joe down the street to not cut my motherfucking grass, because I'm not doing it. You feel what I'm saying? But I know, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel like being a black man in America, like, far as struggles wise, you know what I'm saying? It's hard as fuck, bro. But the best thing that can come out of that hard struggle is the fact that it can humble you down and build that strength that you didn't know you had. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because my kids ain't gonna understand, damn, I ain't got nothing under the tree, or damn, you mean tell me I can't get no chips? You know what I'm saying? Like, they not gonna understand that daddy don't have the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I've seen, and then also when you, I feel like that the being a black man in America, man, you're already designed to keep down. Like, cause Lord knows if that's a whole nother topic. If you're on child support and blah blah blah, so it's it's designed to keep you down. I really believe that. At first, I thought they were stupid for saying that, like it was just an idiotic statement, but I believe it, but to a certain extent, because it's designed to keep you down, but it's your job to not let it, because I don't let it. I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own, my business is called T's Automotive Plumbing, where we keep your motor and your water running. You feel what I'm saying? So therefore, I do both. I do plumbing and I do automotive. So, and I make just as much money as a nigga who clocks in a 9 to 5. And I'm a convict. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm black. So I can still go on vacation standing next to Tom, Dick, and Harry with their pay stub having jobs. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how I feel, man. It's hard, man, but you got to keep that strong mindset because a lot of people don't have that mental strength to go through certain shit. No, not
I'm glad. Thank you for sharing. I think it's awesome, and I think that's a conversation that needs to be had. You know what I mean? The dichotomy between perception and reality, right? The differences, because again, what's the perception topically? Like convicted felony, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, immediately, well, I don't want him in my house, or I don't want, you know what I mean? That kind of deal. But like I said, I've known you for years. And I mean, not questioning your manhood or questioning who you are, but I'm like, that's Huss. Like, that's what, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not saying that, people test you, I'm sure. That's not, that's why I said I'm not coming at you by saying that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that I have not known a time where I felt uncomfortable with you, you know what I'm saying, and being around you. I mean, you've been in my, even when I had the apartment with the kids and stuff. He was at the apartment with the kids. Like, it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? And like, so perception versus reality, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel that that's a huge part of the Black man in America? Because I noticed that you said you're black and you're convicted felon, so that's kind of a double down, right?
Yeah.
Do you think the perception versus reality plays into that as well?
Of course. I feel like it definitely do. Being a stereotype or being stereotyped has been with us for as long as we can remember. You feel what I'm saying? From back then, he's black, he must be a gangster. Or he's black, he must not be smart. Or he's black. So therefore, with the constant look, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's fat, he must stay. It's always, we always are judgmental towards each other. And I'm saying not calling anybody like that. I'm just saying in general, you know what I'm saying? Like, it definitely hinders everything because you can get a example. What's that guy? I forgot that guy's name, but he had face tattoos and everything. But the guy's fucking highly fucking intelligent, showing his kids how to unload the straps and everything like that. He's fucking intelligent. If you catch him he's walking down the street next to somebody, they gonna look at him like, damn, like, nigga, you move about 3 extra feet this way. So it's just being placed in another category just because of your looks is still a hinder of racism to me. So it's just another form of it. I mean, racism may be up here, but hey, you're still in a line flirting with it by stereotyping me because I'm black. Doesn't mean I can't perform the job properly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've gotten fired from jobs. I have personally, just to prove a point, on that box where it says, "Have you ever been convicted of a felony?" I clicked no on purpose because I was getting told no from job after job after job. I've clicked no, got hired, boom, went past skyrocket and make the company so much money. Like, if you know mechanic talk, you know what I'm saying? I'm pulling 85 hours easy. 120 hours every 2 weeks. But they would have to fire me because, like, damn, our insurance won't sponsor you because you are a felon. Right. But I put in more work than the people who aren't. I'm on time. I'm this and that. So it was in that aspect of, because of you being stereotyped as a felon off the break, which made me want to change myself to try to adapt to a place where they just stereotype the fuck out you. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you gotta be yourself, man, in this stereotype type world, man. You gotta, because it's always some type of corner or avenue that, even though you try to go through this one door, that might not be the door that God wants you to go through. You feel what I'm saying? You might gotta put in a little extra work, jump over a couple hills and step over some potholes to get to that open door over there. But at least there's a door open for you. You just gotta put in work to go get to it. You feel what I'm saying?
Of course. And I love the way that you put your words together, definitely, because you're laying it out. And again, in order to understand a conversation, you got to have the conversation, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's the biggest thing that we lack. And so there's two questions that I want to ask you based off of this passage right here that we discussed. Mm-hmm. With regard to just specificity for those that don't know, like you said, being a felon, and being restricted with certain things like being not able to get a passport. I'm sure you're not able to get a firearm legally and so forth and so on, right? How long do you have to wait in order to be able to do that? I mean, now that you're a felon, is that like life? Are you a lifer, or is this like 7 years, 12 years? What?
Good question, right? I was told that, and this is from my lawyer, that you wait 7 years, you get it expunged. That's dead. I did that because I was like, hey man, I'm tired of getting told no. 7 years later, boom, I swear on the 7th year and the first day, I went smack the court trying to get it expunged. And the crimes that you are convicted of, as far as felonies, they're with you for life. You have to write the judge and or governor to change their minds, to get to lift that and be like, okay, it can get expunged. Me personally, I've done that. The judge on my behalf is still on. He ain't retired yet. I wrote the governor. The governor responded to me, and that's how I know that. And then the people in the courts, they was like, yeah, man, it's technically for life until one of them can lift it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I wrote letters after letters after letters after letters, no response.
Right.
So it's like, once you get, and that's why I be telling everybody that's trying to live this life out here. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like once you get in, bro, like I never understood my uncles and the old heads and stuff like that. Like, boy, credit is everything, and all this knowledge that was going into one day and coming out the other growing up. Now it's like, damn. Like, I would have put it there when it needed to be there. You feel what I'm saying? So now I'm learning the hard way with a foot in my ass, basically like, damn, okay, you know what? I got felonies now. So now I got to adapt and move differently. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I feel like it's the same as like getting a limb torn off. Damn, you never know what you really need until you feel what I'm saying? Everybody in finger playing ball or something like that. You never realize how important something is until you can't use it. And a clean record, I didn't know how important that shit the fuck was until I don't have one. So now, damn, I can't really get jobs like that. Oh, look, that's strange when I'm trying to get this, or I'm trying to do that. I can't travel. Like, you know how much I really would love to go to Jamaica? I can't go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, and it just puts a mean strain, because now, I'm a firm believer of what goes around and comes around, and karma and all that other jazz. So, I just don't want my kids. That's why I work so hard. I don't want my kids to get a part of my curse of my dumbness. That's why I try to pave a way to now try to educate them at a young age. I didn't have that growing up. You feel what I'm saying? So, and that's why we try to tell all the youngins out here that still, think like taking pictures, like, you know what I'm saying, and all that shit.
Middle fingers out.
I lie to you, not the same niggas I've seen doing all that, fighting in jail, go to prison, Slim. Because a prison and jail is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Go to prison, Slim, and they the quietest thing on the face of this planet, bro. They change. Circumstances make you change. And I'm not saying that it's like not to go on what's in there or whatever. It's circumstances in this world, like, bro, we need to be in our kids' lives. We have people looking up at us, even though you don't even have kids, but there's some little mind looking at you and absorbing what they see. Be a role. It's not your responsibility to be a role model, but you need to be it for yourself. So just in case that opportunity comes, you prepare for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know how great it feels to ride and the police behind me and I don't give 3 fucks? I can still keep jamming in my motherfucking music. I ain't gotta, oh shit, let me make sure the seatbelt on. Like, I ain't gotta do none of that. You feel what I'm saying? And why put yourself in that predicament?
Right.
Even if you get pulled over, car smells like weed. Why would I smoke in my car? Smoke when I get in the house. I'm not gonna have my shit smelling like that to make you piss me off, even though you probably can't find nothing. Like, now I gotta sit here extra. I hate waiting in long lines. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Long. So yeah, it's. But anyway, I ain't gonna keep rapping you about them. I can go on all day for, bro.
Again, this is the conversations that needs to be had, which is why we have it. You know what I mean? And who more qualified to talk about it than somebody who's been through it? You know what I'm saying? So that's neither here nor there. The second half of that question, because remember I said it 2 questions. The second half of the question, the second question I have, I should say, is what do you feel is more threatening to society? Racism or classism?
Honestly,
you sense the weight of both of them, right?
Yeah, both of them, man. They both equally as weighted to me because they both strong. Like it both has a major impact on decisions that have to be made towards someone's life.
Yeah,
income, placement of residence. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The townhouse we in, they do background checks. They don't accept felons. So, you know what I'm saying? And this is where I'm at right now. So even if you graduate high school and you go to get a job at McDonald's, they check your credit. So it's you have to be in a certain class or certain race to succeed in eyes that were created by people who's already thinking that dumb way in the first place. But I feel like if we was all seen equal, if we was just all completely colorblind, everybody was just black and white, and we actually had the heart and the mindset of wanting to help and teach others versus the selfishness, man, the world would be in a better place. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could be like, you won't have to worry about poverty. You won't have to worry about crimes. You won't, because everybody wouldn't want for nothing. Everything would be accessible. You know what I'm saying? You put me in and sad to say, you know, sorry for the white people that's listening right now, but you put me and a white person right beside each other with the same paperwork, same experience, and he's going to get hired or looked at way more than me. You know what I'm saying? And it's messed up that we got to live in that era like that, because when we cut, we still bleed the same color blood. When we all breathe the same air. Yeah, I breathe in pop, still get fucked up. Like we're human,
right?
So I just feel like that they both on an even scale for me, man, and it's fucked up. We all gotta go through. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, and I think, like I said, I think that's the biggest thing. We move into Los Angeles. That was the takeaway. That I had to truly understand classism for what it is and how sinister it really is. Racism definitely has its place. It has its place in American history for sure. But classism is that silent Bob back there, man. Like it's heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, and let's not even talk about the different the differences in conversation between people who make X and people who make X.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because certain conversations, these people in this category don't need to have, like, you know, keep both your hands on the steering wheel and so forth and so on. That's not even necessarily a black thing. You know what I mean? Because there's plenty of other people of color that have to go through that too. Mexicans, you know what I'm saying? Latinos, Latinas, you know what I'm saying? Like they in the thick too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, they work just as hard as us, bro. Like, in fact, fucking harder.
Yeah. So I mean, I think, like I said, at the end of the day, it's just that's the biggest thing, and it's just calling attention to. We won't always make things a color brand, but it ain't that ain't it, because 9 times out of 10, the people that have clear cut issues with you are people that feel they're better than you. And what's the only reason why they feel they're better than you? They have more stability, or they make more money, or whatever it is. They have more resources than you.
That's why my project is called Point to Prove. It's not just for music, it's for in life. I've always had a point to prove. I always, like, I deserve to eat that $75 steak. I deserve to have that car that parks by itself. Probably won't ever use that feature, but the fact that I deserve to have it, I'm gonna get it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Point to prove, and that's the mentality I have with my work ethic and writing and raising my kids, I've always had a point to prove. I'm not going to be like my father. I'm not going to be like the stereotypic black father in America. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to live, to get past the statistic of living past 25 as a black man. So you feel what I'm saying? I always have that point to prove. You're not going to tell me I'm not going to do nothing, or I'm not qualified to do shit in this world, but I'm going to go get it. I have a personal joy of wiping my ass with your face of emotion.
Mm.
That's my hunger with that. That's why my point to prove is there. Like that whole situation is going to talk about all that.
Well, when you're done with it, send it to me and let's talk about it. We get on the beat, man. Maybe we do a just a listen party. You know what I'm saying? And just run it step by step.
Most definitely.
So last two questions. We get you out of here. I know your time is valuable. Your family man as well as a hard worker. So we want to make sure you get all your time you need. What's your advice for aspiring talent, young recording artists, young people who've been through the struggle that are trying to get out, all of the above, anything that you have touched and have gleaned and learned wisdom from? Now's your time to get back.
Man, my advice is, man, I'm gonna tell you the number one thing, which is easier said than done, and that's not give up, bro. I've been to that point where I've not to make a long drawn out story, I'm gonna shorten it. It was a competition I entered. The grand prize was to work with JD. Don't know JD is Jermaine Free. Get a round trip to Atlanta, go work on one track, come back. You know what I'm saying? And I was homeless at the time, and I was only working at a fast food restaurant, bringing home less than, and this one minimum wage was like $6 and some change. You feel what I'm saying? An hour. And I was only bringing home $200 every 2 weeks type shit. And the competition was $150 to enter. Mind you, I was living in my car. I had an 87 town car. You know what I'm saying? And I did it. And I got a standing ovation from at least, it was DJ Gemini, so many other people there. Standing ovation out of all the artists. And it was, I lost to an artist, two artists together as a group that were lip syncing their songs. And I never thought that, like, damn, oh, wow. They were lip syncing, but they was dancing, they was marketable. So like, oh man, I got more of a Jay-Z stage presence. Like I'm not standing still, I'm walking around, but I want you to focus on more on my words than me putting on an act. I never knew back then how to be entertaining. You feel what I'm saying? As far as visual. And I lost. And I quit rap. I did. I quit. I said, fuck it. I ain't want to listen to an instrumental. I ain't even want to hear a goddamn clock. I ain't want to hear no snap at all. But it's in me. Once it's in you, it's in you. And the trials and tribulations that I've gone through, music has always been my outlet. So when I decided to cut it, I was fucking reckless. So I came back to it and I became humble again. I became myself. People started recognizing me. My kids started recognizing me better than how I was. You know what I'm saying? So don't give up. That's the one thing. And stay hungry. Don't try to appease nobody. Don't if they say you need to rap like this or rap like that. First off, you know how many motherfuckers want to play in the NBA? Now, excuse my language. How many people want to play professional football, professional basketball, professional baseball, run track, whatever the case may be, but they don't want everybody else because you look the same. They want somebody that sticks out. Like,
right.
Why is that motherfucker right there taller than everybody else? I want him. My eyeballs on Yao Ming right there. So you stand out and to be outstanding. You know what I'm saying? Strive for that. Don't strive. Same niggas do the same dance moves, the same cadences, the same bars, the same everything. Be different. If you see, that's why my music, I'm making my own genre of music. You got conscious rap, you got trap music, you got gospel rap. Mine's is headphone. I make headphone rap. I make headphone music. Music that block. I mean, on the bus stop, you got your headphones on. You jamming. You're not jamming to something that's going to get you in the mood to rob somebody or seeing some burger or something. You might, but my music is the washing dishes music, the folding clothes music. You know what I'm saying? That's my music.
I get it.
And that's the reason why I say that's my music, because that's the music I want to let you hear. I feel like that's what I will listen to. I make music that I want to listen to. Make music that you want to listen to. Because if that's the case, somebody's going to like it. Somebody's going to like it. People who made mumbo sauce, they made the sauce according to how the fuck they want to eat it. Somebody had it. Whoa, you need to sell this. Put that out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What the case may be, somebody's going to like it and put your music out there. Be yourself.
Yeah. And that took me forever to understand that too, because for a long time I didn't realize I was chasing a ghost. You know what I mean? And it was like, it wasn't until it was just like, well, I just want to do me. Don't fuck what everybody else say.
Yeah.
And then that's when really people just started to pay attention. So totally, definitely understand where you coming from, man. Like again, this is all wisdom, and to hear you talk this way now, and the rest of, you know, when I first met you, it helps me to understand that I've come full circle as myself, let alone somebody that I used to work with really closely and, you know, admire. So just to hear that, man, I'm happy for the place that you're in, man. I'm proud of you, man. Really am. Seriously. How can people learn more about you, man? Like, you know, we got any shout outs, anything that you want to throw out there, but just how can people reach you, man?
Honestly, man, like I said, I wasn't social media savvy. You know, the wife cussing me out. I got to be more. So you can always find me at my name, Huss Munney, HUSSMUNNY, you know, on social medias. Just created a TikTok like a couple days ago. So you're gonna see me more. If you ever want to contact me, you can always get on, you know, contact me through there. And like I said, I'm just starting off with this music stuff, so I'm gonna have everything as far as Apple Music, Spotify, all that jazz to put my music out there on. I'm forever giving free bars away, backpack verses that I feel like, hey, why have them? I'm just gonna toss them out there. Boom. So if and like I said, if you have any questions that want to know about me, man, just ask. I should have.
My God. Listen, like I said, I appreciate you so much, man. Like really. And having to see your walk, you know, like they say, you know, what's that old inference where they talk about beaches and, you know, footprints in the sand and so forth and so on. You know, I've seen your footprints, man. I see where you've been, and I see, you know, where you are, and that only helps me to understand where you're going. And I just wish you nothing but the best, man. And you know, if I can help you, you already know I'm down. So, you know, feel free to reach out. You know what I'm saying? Definitely with the album, you need to have a Donnie B got the beats beat.
Yeah.
Album.
Actually, I do. You don't remember? You gave me a beat a while ago, and it's a beat. It's one joint. It's a cookout song. It's a bona fide cookout joint. But we gonna link up, and I'm gonna talk to you. I was gonna ask you everything, all the information, and all that about it, because you gave me a whole CD.
Okay.
Yeah. I still got everything.
It must have been a while ago I gave you the CD. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. I get it. Nah, you're all right. But nah, that's what's up. Shout out to Lisa Dove Washington too, Dove Style Magazine. She has a magazine in the DMV. Make sure you support her, man. She is officially the Beats #1 fan. And you know, and I'm not saying that by holding her at all. She's mad engaging, and she's definitely a very welcome part of the beat. So Lisa, you know, it's all love. You already know what time it is, but she says hello. But nonetheless, like I said, brother, like again, I probably am going to ask to bring you back on, if not this too fluid, to talk more about the system and how oppressive it is. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's a conversation that we need to have. People need to be more hip to how we're generally enslaved to this process, because it really is that. Because to me, I look at it from a perspective of, I'm sorry, how she said it. It's happy to be. Great show. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it. See what I'm saying? Supportive, you know. But to see, you know, people go through issues, right? And go through stuff with the system in a way that it's designed to fail, or designed to keep people failing and trap people. It really is. You know what I mean? And like I said, I mean, you know, to know you and know your story and everything you've been through, why aren't you allowed to have just a slap on the wrist and then get back to society?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's why can't, you know, you definitely, like, if you younger, you send getting the timeout or you getting detention. You feel what I'm saying? You lose your reset. Try again the next day or the next week or whenever your stuff is over. Why can't we do the same thing? Still people. You feel what I'm saying? You still need a plumber. Your toilet clog up on Christmas. You gotta call me. Regardless, what you're gonna look at? Oh, you're a felon. You need to go sit down somewhere. No, you fix my closet so I can sit down.
Right. Yeah, and that's the other thing too with this with regard to cancel culture, because cancel culture is way out of control these days, driven by a bunch of people that's just they don't even deserve the license to have any commentary or anything. But I mean, that is neither here nor there, you know. But saying all that to say, definitely want to invite you back to the show sometime to talk about that specifically. You know what I mean?
I talk about that shit all day, man.
Yeah, and if not nothing else, at least you definitely guarantee to slot back when you have your album ready to go and you're ready to get that promo started and bring you back for sure.
Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, most definitely. Watch, y'all gonna be in for a treat, Slim. I'm telling you, everybody been waiting and asking. I'm like, man, all right.
Yeah. So again, rapper, recording artist, Huss Munney, man. It's good brother, good friend of mine. Damn near a friend of the family at this point in time. Now, I know you so long, so it's great to reconnect with you, brother. Let's not let this time go to waste, man. At the end of the day, like I said, keep in touch. If there's anything they can do to help, you already know. And let's just keep the ball moving, man. And I'm a fan of yours. Always have been. Always will be. Keep doing your thing, man. Regardless.
Appreciate that.
All right. Any last words for everybody? So we can get on.
Yeah. Everybody. I could do the shout outs all day in the paint, but you know what I'm saying. What I want you to, my last words or closing remarks, I guess, should be like I said, man, never give up. Keep pursuing your passion, and like I said, you can find me on all social medias at Huss Munney. I'm entitled now to say that. That's what we do to market now. But yeah, man, to get the shout outs out the way, Wreck the System, Flex 360, Cuzzo Fam, Wise Minds Entertainment, shout out Bo, and then UMF Entertainment, Be Easy. I mean, it's so many it's a list. So if I didn't say anything, man, don't be offended. It's a lot of y'all. So
of course.
Just make sure y'all be safe out here and take care of your families, man.
Indeed. Shout out to you, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Like I said, and greatly impressed with your move and your ethic. Just keep it moving, man. Love to see what you're accomplishing. Shout out to your wife, man, for supporting you and getting you where you need to be at, where you always should have been anyway.
Yeah.
People don't understand how hard that is to find somebody that pushes you in that direction. You know what I'm saying?
That I'm about to embarrass her right now. Look, I would like to first off thank my exes for fucking up and showing me what a great woman is when I finally found her. You feel what I'm saying? Because now I got that, I got that solid foundation that I feel like every man needs. You feel what I'm saying? So I like to personally shout out and thank my wife, man, because honestly, I just, not saying gave up on music, but she put that drive, that hunger, that inspiration back into my soul about it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's to the point where I'm getting cussed out if I'm not listening and writing the music. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like that anything that you get far as a significant other, she supports your dreams, your ambitions, your goals, your damn hobbies, whatever the case may be, man. That's a woman that you need to make sure that foundation is solid and taken care of, man. So my bad, I had to embarrass her right
there. That's between you and her, man. I just gave you the platform, man. But it's dope that you shouted her out. People be trying to hide, and that ain't ever been you, man. So that is what that is. But again, shout out to you. Shout out your wife, man. And I do want to say this too. I have a brother who recently just lost his son and his ex-wife to violence. A active, love and support your brother. Whatever you need from me, I'm down. We don't condone that, man. There's no way in hell, no reason why anybody needs to lose their life, let alone, a child. So, listen, I know 2020 for everybody was rough. I understand that we all go through different circumstances to get us to where we, we act out or we need to seek the changes that we feel we need to make. But let's not harm each other in the process, man. Do not harm innocent people, man. Let's just let's get it together. Get a grip, man. We losing it. We losing it.
Yes. It takes. Like when they say it takes more muscles to frown than to smile, it takes more effort to keep a nigga down than to lift him up.
Amen.
Why not? And we black, we like the easy way. Why can't we just help lift each other up? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we just mind our business? Stop violence. Shit's simple. It's so easy that it's like it makes no sense why you cannot do
it. And only we know our issues.
Mm-hmm.
So we should if anybody should give us the understanding of the processes and stuff that we have to go through, it should be us. But yet we are worst critics and we are our most potent adversaries. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. Yeah. But nonetheless, like I said, Lisa Dove says absolutely. So thank you, Lisa. She agrees too. But nonetheless, like I said, I digress. Donnie B got the beats. We live on the beat. Stay tuned in. We got Don Chew, the Oi Boys coming on Tuesday. I got Tokiko on Thursday. I got Gus Cameo, one of the top real estate moguls in Ghana. He's gonna be on next Sunday. So again, the beat's gonna keep moving, man. But like, subscribe. Please, support us as we keep trying to move forward and open up opportunities for people to get their stories told, man. And let's do things the right way, man. But nonetheless, like I said, Donnie B got the beats. We live on the beat, and everybody, we out. Peace, man.
Peace.
Donnie B.